Hey guys, YouTubers, cruise casino mafia members, and anybody that's found the video purely by accident. So this is basically like a part three, an unofficial part three to the last few videos that I did regarding Baccarat. So a lot of people that come to our channel are already roulette players or craps players, but many of them have never played Baccarat. So I did a part one called Busting Myths, and it basically gave you an overview of the game and the different bet selections that are potentially possible. And I told you that obviously the most important part is how you manipulate or manage your money and your recovery system, which means that what are you doing after wins and losses? And the last video, part two, which you definitely should look at if you haven't watched it, shows a couple of really secret methods, quote unquote, that we use to be able to manage our money better. Now, we have 2 volumes for members, private PDFs at Cruise Casino Mafia. I think they're worth gold. There's like 13 to 15 different money management systems that you can pair with whatever bet selection you want to use. But yesterday I showed one of those, or at least in the last video, that I call the pyramid recovery system. And people wanted me to do a quick demo. So let's go back and review. This is the pyramid recovery system. If you want, take a picture of the screen and you can use this or write it down later. The beauty of this is that it matches our philosophy of not getting deeper and deeper in the hole and always keeping yourself as close as possible to a break-even scenario, which is basically the opposite of double-up systems such as the martingale or the grand martingale. This, your first bet is 2, and your highest bet you're ever going to make is 4. You're not going to make all of your money back necessarily by winning one bet. And that's the difference. We look at it as progress, as a process that we're going through. We don't need to double up and double up, because when you do that, you're basically throwing more and more money right in the middle of a losing streak. Why would you want to bet more in the middle of a losing streak? Just ride that losing streak out and you will make your money back along the way, because there's just as many wins or there is losses when you look at Baccarat as a long-term scenario. And the same thing could be said for any type of even money bet, just like red or black or even odd in roulette. So I'm going to do a quick demo using this pyramid, and I want to show you how it plays out. And remember, I can do this with any bet selection. So we're just going to take a bet selection. We're randomly going to use a bet selection. So what we'll do is we'll do the same as what came before. Okay, so we're just going to bet the same, right? As follow the last result. Okay, and that may kill us and it may help us, but the point of this video is not that. The point is to show you how to use the money management, the pyramid recovery. Okay, so let's deal one hand and we'll use $10 units. Okay, so it's banker. So if we're going to bet the same, we're going to bet a banker again. So this, remember, we could lose or we could win, because I'm not doing anything fancy here with the bet selection. I'm simply trying to show you exactly how to play the pyramid recovery system. So we're betting the same as before. So we're going to bet on banker, and we're going to use $10 as our base bet. So when you look here, you're going to see that our first bet on the top of the pyramid is always 2. Okay, always going to be 2. So we're going to bet $20, and the last result was banker, so we're going to bet for a repeat. So we're going to bet $20. And we win. All right, that's it. That's the end of the video. We won, and we go buy a cup of coffee and we leave. Nah, just kidding. All right, so here we go. So that was a win. So watch what happens. So when we win, we go to the left side of the pyramid. And what does it tell us to do? Now we're actually going down to 1 unit. This is totally unusual for a lot of people that only understand martingale. We're actually starting with a bigger bet than what we're going to do as our second bet after a win. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, it actually works, and it works really, really well. So we're going to bet 1 unit, and we're going to bet on banker again, because we're just doing the same as before. And 1 unit is $10 here. Okay, we lost. So what happens now? Well, we lost on our second bet, and we're gonna do our third and final bet, and it tells us to bet one again. So we're not going up after our loss here. Okay, we're not going up after our loss. It's a tie, so we just rebet, and we win. All right, so we're up to $19, right? We're up 19, and don't worry about that much. So what the main thing is following the pyramid. So now we're at the bottom of the pyramid, and we start back over at our 2-bet again. Okay, so we go back to our 2-bet, and we're going to be on player. And we win. All right, so we're already up $39. More importantly than that is, what do we do next? So we won here, and we're going back again down the winning side, and we're going to bet one, which is $10. And we lose. So what do we do now? Now we follow this path, and we're going to bet one for our final bet on the left side. Banker for $10. And we win. All right, so we're already up $38, but more importantly, we're back to the top of the pyramid because we finished here, right? We finished on the bottom. We got to go back to the 2-unit bet. So you see how we're not increasing our bets crazy? We're just methodical. We're just slowly working through the pyramid and back to the top. So here we go. Here's our 2-unit bet on banker. And we win. Now we're up 57, or about 5 units, right? $57, almost 6 units. So that was our 2-unit bet. We're going down the left side again, and we're going to bet 1 unit. And we lost. And we know when we lose on the left side, we come over here, we make a detour, and we bet 1 unit on player. Because we're betting whatever came in last, and we won. So here we are. We're back at 57. So you see how that worked out? Even though we lost one, we won the top one at the 2. We're still in that same zone. You see how we didn't get crazy after a loss? That's the type of money management that you want to do. So we're back at the top again of the pyramid, and we're going to be betting 2 units, which is 20, on player. And we win. So we're back on that left side again. We're betting 1 unit on player. We lost. We know we're going to bet 1 unit on banker now, which is our last bet on the left side. And we lost. Okay. But even after those losses, we weren't martingaling. We weren't doing anything crazy. We're still at the same 57. Pretty interesting math, huh? Pretty interesting. So we're back at the top of the pyramid, and we're going to be betting player for 2 units. And we win. So we're back on the left side again. Now we're up 77, or almost 8 units, and we're betting player for 1. And we win. And our final bet on the left side is once again player for 1. So we're on a bit of a winning streak here. Yep, I spoke too soon. All right, so there you go. So now we're back at the top of the pyramid, and we're betting banker for 2 units. Look how fast, even after those few losses, we're almost at $100 profit. Okay, we're at $96.50. All right, so that was a win at the top of the pyramid, right? So let's just play a few more, and then we would quit. So that was banker. We're going to be betting our 1 unit bet because we're on the left side again of the pyramid on banker. And you can pair this. There we go. And we're on banker again for 1 more. And you can pair this with any bet selection you want. Okay, we lost. So we're back up at the top of the pyramid again, and this time we're betting player for 2 units. There we go. And we're on the left side again. We're going to be betting player for 1 unit going down the left side. And we won again. We're up $126 right now, okay? But do you see how we never bet more than 4 units? We never got out of control during the losses, and that is the beauty of a legitimate money management system. That's a tie. We just rebet. Wow, 2 ties. Okay, all right, $136 real quick. And remember, that's not the point of this demo. The point of this demo is the power of this type of money management system, okay? Recovery system. This is called the pyramid recovery, all right? And I did a demo before this one, by the way, a private demo, and I picked the wrong bet selection. That's for damn sure. It didn't match what was coming out of the shoe. And it actually lost. I want to tell you, it lost $125. But let me tell you something. It was a horrible shoe. And the fact that it only lost $125 was amazing because it kept you right there and in position that when things changed, you would be right there to start making money on the plus side. Okay, and that's the power of this. That's the power of this. 3, 4, 5 losses in a row are never going to kill you. Take a look and see where you'd be on a double up 3, 4, 5, 6 losses in a row. It is a bankroll destroyer. This is never a bankroll destroyer because you're never betting more than 4 units. So try this out. Take a picture of the screen. You can use this for almost any even money bet. It's extremely powerful when you use a bet selection here in Baccarat because we don't have the 0 or the double zeros that kill us here in Baccarat. We don't have that. The ties are a break even. It's as if they don't happen. But you can use this with a great even money bet selection as well. So that's it for today. I hope you guys understand the power of this type of money management, and we will see you on the next video.